Hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday, Junior. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Duncan said Duncan is here. So hi, Duncan. And hi, Robin. So Duncan said I might be called away as visitors are coming. No worries, Duncan. He said we're celebrating 18 years of tacos. 18 years of reselling or 18-year anniversary. Either way, congratulations to you, Duncan. All right. So we do have a scheduled live today. So Michelle, are you there?
Yeah.
I'm having a little trouble with my earphones, so I need to get those connected.
Oh, no wonder you sound weird and echoey.
That's strange. Okay.
Hi,
I'm going to get those connected right now.
Tootsie Avila, how are you? She says, hey, I was just thinking of this topic this morning. Do you know how excited I am? Oh, wow, that's awesome. Yeah, so today we're going to talk about basically, if you guys are thinking of selling on Amazon, we are sharing, well, mostly Marina, she's going to share a beginner's guide to Amazon. So
yeah, I finally got my earpieces working. Is it working okay now, Michelle? Does it sound better?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so so we're going to talk about like how to get started on Amazon for beginners. And if this is your first time here with us today, Michelle and I started this journey of buying things to sell online, e-commerce basically, right? For solopreneurs or small businesses. And it's been a journey of a lot of learning. This is the more time passes, the more I realize there's too much to learn. Michelle, I also hear an echo. Yeah.
I don't hear it.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's pretty bad though. So I wonder if you could check on your settings if you don't mind. And I will check on mine as well for the audio. So everything on my end is connected to my AirPods.
Mm-hmm.
If you would please check on your end, Michelle.
Same.
Okay. All right. So I don't know if I could do this live with all the echoes. Can you guys hear the echoes?
Why don't you leave and then come back?
Okay, sure.
Sorry, guys. All right, so we got Duncan, Robin, Sandra, and yeah, that's it. So welcome. This topic should be interesting for many people. And what are you guys thinking? Are you, Robin and Tootsie Avila and Duncan, are you guys interested in selling on Amazon? Let us know.
Yeah, or are you already selling on Amazon? No more echo. So that was a good advice. Okay, great. Yeah, so Michelle, go ahead and share the screen so we can get right into the discussion. And so Tootsie Avila said, I was just thinking of this topic this morning, and my question to you, Tootsie, is what made you think about this topic? Michelle, I could hear the echo. Can you lower, is the volume coming out on your computer? Because I could just hear myself. It's so weird. Can you guys hear my echo?
No.
Okay, so Tootsie Avila wants to know how much it takes to start. Okay, that's a good question. We're going to make sure to answer that. And of course, as the topics are being discussed, feel free to ask. And let's get started, Michelle. Yeah, so basically this information is coming from sell.amazon.com. And I did make that link bigger. So Michelle, I'm not sure you have the most updated version there that you're sharing, because the link I like made it bigger. So basically, okay, and so Tootsie said, it seems like something good to get into. And again, my question is going to be, why do you think that? Why do you think it's something good to get into? Where you've been hearing buzz? What kind of buzz have you been hearing? And then Tootsie also said, not financially, but putting forth the effort. Oh, you hear the echo, Michelle? No? I swear I hear it coming from your office, from your room. This is interesting.
Let me leave.
Yeah, that'd be great. Duncan said, I don't hear an echo, but I see 2 Marinas and 3 Michelles. How many tequila shots are you on, Duncan? All right, so Michelle did, okay, Robin does hear an echo. Thanks, Robin, I appreciate that. So yeah, we definitely want to remove it. It's so distracting, even for me, just to continue. But I can answer the question about how much it takes to start. So we started selling on Amazon in 2019 actually. Yeah, in 2019 we dabbled in Amazon, and we started by selling books. So if you're concerned about like, oh, is it going to be expensive to start selling on Amazon? No, it is not. You know, at that time when we started, we were purchasing books at library sales, actually. Yeah. So I don't know if you know, but in your cities, they offer library sales on the weekends. I think things have changed after COVID, but and that's a reason why we stopped selling books too. But library sales, you could buy a book for 50 cents a book. You can make a few bucks on the book sending it into Amazon. The cool thing about selling on Amazon, though, is that you don't have to ship the item yourself if you sell it. You can, like, you could choose the option to ship the item yourself if you sell it, and you might make a little bit more money doing that. However, if you don't want to spend any time shipping things, it's not your thing, and you just like sourcing, then you could just send everything to Amazon, and they will ship it for you. So, hi Terry, Evolving Always Productions. Happy Friday Junior to you. And so I think we had I don't hear an echo anymore. So you fixed it, Michelle. And so Tootsie Avila said, oh, now I hear it.
Oh, I have to mute myself. I guess I can't talk.
Yeah, it's usually not that way, but it is like that today. Tootsie Avila said, because some of the people I follow keep saying to get gated. I don't know what that means, but I assume to start. That's funny. So definitely when they're talking about gating and ungating, they're more probably a little bit more advanced sellers. You don't need to worry about that so much when you're selling books. So that's another really good thing I like about it. So basically, when you're going to start selling on Amazon, you want to first decide, kind of like those who sell on eBay, they offer plans, right? So you can do the 99-cent an item plan, which is the free plan, right? So the free, you could literally sign up to sell on Amazon for free. You don't have to pay any money. And you can also ship items into Amazon and not have to pay for those items, not much anyway, especially if you're starting with books. And I say that because if you're going to send your items to Amazon for them to ship, they are going to charge you a storage fee, but it is based on the square footage or the size of the item you're selling. So I'm sure you can imagine books are pretty small, so they don't cost a whole lot. But if you just want to ship it yourself from home and you're going to store it yourself, you don't have to pay anything to Amazon at all unless you sell a book. And then if you sell a book, you'll pay them 99 cents per book. So my recommendation is to start like that, where it's absolutely free. You don't lose anything, right? You list your items on there. If they sell, you give Amazon 99 cents, right, for selling on their platform. Now, if you are selling over 40 books a month, then you may want to look into the plan B, which is you pay $39.99 a month to sell products as many as you want in a month, right? So you could sell 1,000 products and only pay $39.99 a month. So, okay, so Tootsie has a comment. She said, like, someone said, even if you only sell toothpaste and nothing else, get started. I mean, yeah, that's we'll go into that a little bit more too. There is opportunity there still. Maybe that's why they're recommending that. But you can literally and you know what? We don't have as much experience as like who I don't know, the person who recommended that to you maybe has like how much experience do they have? We have very limited experience on that, right? So I don't really know the details of that. But yes, of course, there's opportunity there. There's opportunity everywhere. There's opportunity in eBay. There's opportunity on Etsy, literally Facebook Marketplace. Like it's literally everywhere, right? So, hi, Rich, thrifting by. Happy Friday, Junior, to you. And then Terry said, ungating is what we are working on now. Excellent. What are you trying to get ungated in, Terry? And then Michelle, if you want to talk, you can talk. You just have to hit unmute, say something. I'll be quiet, and then hit mute again.
I can't talk. I can't because it's too complicated. But yeah, let's move forward.
Okay, so yeah, so let's go to the next slide there. So yeah, Titsy Avila said that just some of the people that she follows on social media. Yeah, there's yeah, same here. We follow like resellers on social media, and usually it's difficult to do it all because Amazon does require a lot of your time. So unless you have someone helping you, it is hard to just do everything. It's easier to sell on multiple platforms if you're doing like eBay, Mercari, like eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, because they're all very similar. But Amazon's a totally different monster. So this is again coming from Amazon's website. So everything that you need to learn about Amazon is located directly on their website, which is amazing. So they're saying here, consider your selling strategy. So what type of people sell on Amazon? So resellers, so funny because Amazon made this content and they are even familiar with the term resellers, right? So resellers, their definition is people who find popular products that already exist and they offer them in Amazon store. So exactly, right? What we do. So you find stuff to purchase and then you sell it online. Yeah, so we're resellers, right? But another way to sell on Amazon is by being a brand owner. So their definition here is brand owners manufacture their own products or source goods to sell under a private label to offer shoppers a unique selection. Now, they're saying that lots of sellers do both, and so you can choose whichever method works for your goals. Again, if you want to start in a very simple manner, books is a great way to start. That's how we started, and you can start as a reseller. And the thing about starting in that way is that you will become familiar with the platform and how Amazon works, and your investment is small. It's a very small investment. So let's look at some of the comments here. Michelle, do you want to review them?
I have to get out of the window to review them, so to unmute myself. So it's not very convenient. But yeah, so let's see. Duncan said, I never sold on Amazon, and Rich is wondering why I'm not talking. And Titsy Avila says, I was at my full-time job and couldn't get into Amazon, so I got notification about your topic, and I'm on the train, and I was like, yay, awesome, perfect timing. Let's start, Marina. Let's continue.
Wow, so I just said a whole sentence and nobody heard me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep quiet just to make things easier.
So yeah, no, I was saying that Rich, he mentioned that Michelle is wearing a NASA hat, and that explains why she's not talking. Earth 2 Major Michelle come in. And then he also said that seems to be happening a lot lately with my TV, which is on satellite. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with our echoey things today. So a couple of statistics here. It says here, since third-party sellers joined Amazon in 1999, they've grown to account for 58% of Amazon sales. So this is the crazy thing. Before we started selling on Amazon, we were purchasers on Amazon. We would buy a lot of stuff, as I'm sure a lot of you maybe as well, especially during the pandemic, right? I had no idea resellers were responsible for getting those items on Amazon. I mean, if you think about it, 58% of Amazon sales are either resellers or brand owners, small businesses. It's kind of amazing. The second statistic here says that third-party sales on Amazon are growing at 52% a year compared to 25% for first-party sales by Amazon. So in other words, Amazon, they also have their own branding. I do think this is marketing though, to try to get you to start selling on Amazon. Because essentially when you're selling on Amazon, you're working for Amazon, even if you're, you know, working as a self-employed or contractor, right? But you're basically working for them, for their platform. And it's funny they said that because, in my opinion, 25% of sales are by Amazon brand. In my opinion, that's a lot. I feel like that's a lot. And they just keep growing in size and capital. And that's like a whole nother story. But anyway, 52% for now for third parties and 25% for Amazon sales. So a couple of, let's see here, a couple of okay, now I'm starting to see two Michelles on the screen. So a couple of comments. Evolving Always Production says a ton of small sellers, and she said small businesses. Yes. All right, let's go on to the next slide, please. Yeah, so these are just a few more facts that I thought were interesting. And again, you can actually find this guide online. It's called The Beginner's Guide to Selling on Amazon. You could download the, oh, echo again. So you can download this. Big echo, I hear it, big echo. Earth to NASA, Michelle. There's an echo. So that, yes, you can download this free guide given to you by Amazon. And so some of the facts are 300 plus million active customer accounts in 180 countries. So that's how many customers are in the world, right? There's 150 million Prime members worldwide. What does that mean? Prime members are those who pay for like an Amazon membership so they can qualify for special shipping discounts and fast delivery, right? So about half of Amazon users in the world are also Prime members. As a seller, you have the option to sell, you know, when Amazon ships your item, if you say, okay, I don't want to send it in, I want Amazon to send it in, then your items will be sold through Amazon Prime, right? And for the most part, if you are going to be shipping your own items, especially when you start, it's not going to be Amazon Prime. It's just going to be like the regular mail service, right? There are, though, and these are like new changes, and they're always changing and updating things as they're growing. But there are a special select few really reliable sellers that have the privilege of getting that special Prime icon next to their items, because they've proven that they can get items quickly to the customer from their own place of business. So a couple of comments here we have from Terry. He said, wow, I would have thought there was more than that. Same, Terry, I would have thought there was much more than that. But again, that just tells us there's a large potential of growth, right? And then the third fact here says that 3.5 billion sales by third-party selling partners during Prime Day in 2020. That's a lot in one day. That's insane. In one day, 3.5 billion sales by third-party selling partners. All right, let's go to the next screen there. The next slide. Okay, so how do you get started? Well, you simply just have to create an Amazon seller account. And you're going to need a few items in order to create your account. So basically, you're going to need an email address. You're going to need a credit card. You'll need an ID, like a driver's license. You'll need your tax information, like either Social Security or EIN number, depending on if you're signing up as yourself, a sole proprietor, or as a business. You'll need to input your phone number, and you'll need a bank account where Amazon can send you proceeds when you make sales. So those are the only items you will need when you open an account. So if you want to open an account on Amazon, you can just type in Google, you know, open an account on Amazon, and then you can start applying. The application process, once you have all those documents together, takes about 5 minutes. It's really fast. So after that, there's a special website. Once you've been granted approval as a seller on Amazon, when you sign into Amazon, it will be a different website than when you sign in to purchase your items. So usually you sign into Amazon.com to purchase items, but when you're signing in as a seller, you're going to sign into this website called Seller Central in Amazon. And so that's where you're going to see all seller tools and dashboards. There's a question from Michelle in the comments. She said, question, when you sell on Amazon, is it in the US only? No, you could sell in different countries all over the world, but you need to be careful because you're responsible for knowing all of the tax codes and all of the rules that apply in all of the different platforms. So if you happen to sell, you know, we're talking about a book that costs $5 to someone in the UK and they have like $100 tax on that, you're going to have to pay for it. So be very, very careful. It's easy to sign up to sell on different platforms, but it can be dangerous if you're not fully aware of the laws of international selling. Good question, Michelle. Okay, so what kind of things can you find on that dashboard on Seller Central? So one, you can keep track of your inventory and you can update your listings from the inventory tab. Two, you can download custom business reports and bookmark templates you use often. So for example, everything that you sold, all your inventory, you can download those kinds of reports. Three, you can use customer metric tools to monitor your seller performance. So Amazon keeps track of your seller performance. So if you have an item and it has a lot of views, but it's not selling, they will let you know. They have very advanced analytics, more than any other platform I've seen, more than eBay, more than Etsy. They're very much telling you how you are doing on the daily. And recently, only last year, this now affects how much storage they're going to allow you to have with them. So the better you do in your seller's performance, the more storage space they grant you with them in case you want to send them your items for them to ship off for you. So there is another question from Michelle. She said, how much profit does Amazon take? So it depends, right? In this way, it's similar to other items that you sell on other platforms. Like eBay has a different fee for different things that they sell. So Amazon has the same thing. So depending on the category, they're going to have a different fee. Now, keep in mind too, if you send in your item to their warehouses for them to ship out, they're going to charge you storage fees. And the longer your item is in storage, the higher your storage fees will be. And after a year, your storage fees are much too expensive. In fact, most sellers bring their items back or have Amazon just get rid of them at the 1 year mark so they don't have to pay a bunch of extra fines, or not fines, but prices or costs associated with storage. So that, again, really fantastic questions from Michelle. Thanks, Michelle, for the participation. And we have Rich. Rich says, this is a good learning tool tonight, especially for newbie sellers. Thanks, Rich. Appreciate that. Actually, we're not done with the last page, Michelle. I think I'm only on number 3. Yeah. So let's go to number 4. Again, Seller Central, the seller's webpage, right? What kind of information can you see on there? So number 4 says contact selling partner support and open help tickets using the case log. So yeah, everything is there. So for example, if you have a case on eBay or Poshmark, this is a little different. This is more like if you have questions about anything, you're learning and you have a question, you can actually contact Amazon. And they do this by, you have to open what they call a case log and you can request for them to call you back. And they have a really good support service there for you when you have questions about your account, or if you have questions about getting ungated or whatever. So since it was mentioned, I would like to offer a definition for the term of ungating. So to get ungating, this is Amazon lingo, it just means that you're asking Amazon the permission to allow you to sell items in certain categories or brands. So there is a process for doing that. So there are some items that you're automatically allowed to sell on there, but you should download the Seller Central or the Amazon Selling app on your phone. You could enter the item on there and find out if you are allowed to sell it or if you need to ask for permission. So again, another reason why a lot of new Amazon sellers enter selling books is because a lot of those books you don't need to ask for permission. You're automatically allowed to sell them. So hi, Noreen. Happy Friday Junior to you, all the way from Connecticut, I believe. So yeah, and there's another question from Michelle. She said, how do you handle returns with Amazon? So Yeah, so returns again, this is a really complex topic. I think there could be an entire live on it, and I'm not super experienced with it. There's different ways to approach this, but Amazon's all about customer service. So this can get pretty crazy for the seller. And this is one of those areas that the sellers just comply with because the opportunity of selling on Amazon is greater than the cost, and it can be frustrating for sellers when Amazon like approves a return. Like right now, I'm in a group where we're discussing things about Amazon, and one of the comments was they're getting a return from Christmas right now. Amazon approved it. So it is frustrating because, it'll come out of your pocket. But again, that it's going to far outweigh your benefit to sell here than not, though I do know some people do get disheartened and they stop selling on Amazon. I do too. We are starting our journey on selling different things on there this year. I'm not disheartened yet. I'm not giving up yet. I still can see the opportunity there, even if there are some of those losses. And finally, we have a comment from Rich. Rich Thrifting By says, we are business owners. We must act as change agents. Start exploring other platforms, especially the unknown ones. First, there was Walmart, then Target. Newer platforms will emerge in popularity. I love your outlook, Rich. Thank you so much for sharing that. I 1000% agree with you, right? We can't get stuck in what's familiar and comfortable for us. We are selling online that's connected to technology. We're very fortunate we live in the information and technology age, and we do well to keep informed and on top of all the trends that are happening, especially as sellers, all the selling platforms. So the fifth thing that you're going to see on Seller Central, again, the web page for sellers once you get approved to sell on Amazon. And by the way, when I signed up for Amazon, I was approved immediately within 24 hours. So that's how quickly the approval of applying to sell on Amazon can be. And when I first applied, I applied with a personal, what do I call it, a self, sorry, what was the name that I mentioned earlier? I blanked out. But basically, I didn't apply as a business. I applied as myself. And later on, just this year, I applied again as a business because we have a different goal this time around. So, and again, it was fast within 24 hours both times. So again, part 5 here says that on Seller Central, you can also keep track of your daily sales for all the products you're selling on Amazon. So you'll be able to see how many sales you've had every day and how you're doing, for the month, in your sales. We have a comment here from Evolving Always Productions. And she said, yes, even Walmart has a marketplace and you can sell on Walmart. But Walmart wants a lot for you to sell with them. That's interesting. Terry, what do you mean by Walmart wants a lot for you to sell with them? That's an interesting perspective I'm not super aware of. All right, finally, we are done with this page. If we could go to the next one. Okay, so this is the last. Is this the last slide? Yeah, this is the last slide. But this slide is very important. Once you get approved to sell on Amazon, you don't have to worry about following resellers or even buying courses or anything like that. Amazon provides you with everything you need to learn about selling on Amazon. They have what they call Seller University. So Seller University is many videos. They teach you how to send in an item. They teach you how to package it. They literally explain everything that you need to know about selling on Amazon on their platform. So it's really, there is a big learning curve. And yes, it is very helpful if you have someone holding your hand because it can be overwhelming. But if you like learning and you're not afraid to learn on your own independently, everything, all the information is there. It's worth for everyone to go through it, even if you are a more experienced Amazon seller and you haven't gone through it, because you're not going to believe this. I'm a newer Amazon seller, and I say that because I don't have much experience with it. And I discovered this very interesting thing, and I'm going to quickly tell you about this because it was crazy. So I was sending in our very first shipment for the year. And so when you send in a shipment, Amazon will, like, I had 10 items, right? But the value of the items was $1,500 and there were just 10 items. So when I decided to send them to Amazon, and when I was about to send them, they said, okay, we want you to distribute these 10 items into, I think it was like four packages going to different warehouses. And in my head, I was like, this doesn't make sense to me, because when I was selling books 2 years prior, and I was using a special third-party tool to create my shipments, this special third-party tool allowed me to put all my items in one single box. So I didn't, right? And even I had like 10 boxes once, and everything went to the nearest Amazon location where I live, which is about 30 minutes away from my home. So it didn't make and so my shipping was very cheap, right? So it didn't make sense to me that I was going to send one to the East Coast, one north of me, one southwest, southeast of me, and I was like, this, I'm not going to make money on these shipments, right? The shipping's going to be too much. So I hunkered down and I was just like racking my brain doing research online, and I found this special, it was in beta, but when you're sending things out, it says new beta on the top. Click on it, and that allowed me to input the dimensions of my shipment, and everything went near me to the Amazon warehouse near me. That's 30 minutes away. And I ended up paying $7, and I had all my shipment in a box. So again, it was on Amazon. I scoured, I asked in the groups that I belonged to. Nobody knew the answer to this, and I was able to find the answer within the Amazon platform. So I hope that helps someone who's listening who didn't know that before. And I think we have another question here. Thanks, Michelle, for putting it up. Thanks, Tootsie. Yes, the word earlier was self-proprietor. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So she also is asking a question. She said, so if they don't store, then you'll be responsible for the shipping. That is correct. Yes. Yeah, if you store the item in your home, then you need to pay attention on when the item sells, and then you're responsible to get that item shipped out to the customer. Michelle is asking a question. She said, is Amazon like eBay? Are they super strict? Amazon is more strict than eBay. This is a fantastic question. They're so strict that if you make certain errors, they can cancel your account. Your account will be canceled and you won't have access to it for many, many, many months. I mean, yeah. And so it's hard. It's hard to know what errors they're okay with and which ones are not, right? But for the most part, again, I'm going to go back to the recommendation of going on the Amazon website and going through all of their documentations that they offer to the sellers, which is very comprehensive, and sticking to those rules. They have a lot of rules, they have a lot of guidelines, but think of that as a protection for you as a seller, and it's going to help you be successful on their platform. And that's all that they want too, right? They want it to be a win-win situation. A question from Robin is, do they give you shipping supplies? So if you're shipping your own, if you select that you're going to ship the items and you're not going to send them for storage at their warehouses, then you need to provide your own supplies for shipping. Yep. Yes. Awesome. Yeah. So if you have any other questions, please feel free to ask in the comments. I'm happy to answer what I know and share with you what I know. And we didn't come up with a meme today, right, Michelle? Is there a meme? Did you make a meme by chance? No, you're on mute. But if you could, yeah, get your headphones to work, because I know you have an important message that you want to share with everyone. Okay, Evolving Always Productions. Terry said, due to storage fees, would you recommend keeping the books and shipping yourself? And then she said, grocery sent at Amazon. To be honest, no, Terry. Due to the storage fees on the books, shouldn't be too much. So here's the thing. The products on Amazon, again, Amazon's analytics are so sophisticated that they will tell you which items sell faster, right? And they assign numbers, like number 1 seller, number 2 seller in a category. So they have that for all the categories on Amazon. And books is by far the largest category of products on Amazon. So if you stay within a certain percentage of top selling books, you can expect, for the most part, your books are going to sell within a pretty short amount of time. So anything that you do the research on that you know is one of the top selling items that's going to sell quickly, then you can send to Amazon. Then, it's minimal how much you're paying for storage. The bigger concern is the longer your item stays there, the more you're going to pay in storage. So you always want to focus on selling items quickly that you send to Amazon, and do the research. So you can look up, comps. I mean, you can look up comps, but you could also look up how fast is my item going to sell. There's actually tools that help you do that. And the number one tool for that is called the Keepa Charts. Now, the Keepa Chart is a third-party app. You can check it out. I think their website is keepa.com, Keepa.com. And those charts help you determine how many of those items sell a month and whether or not you want to send them to Amazon or keep them in your home for storage. All right, so Rich said, I was watching a reseller channel the other night. Be careful when following the advice of some of the most popular ones. They get paid by liquidators for promotion. They get the good stuff. Oh, yeah, that's true, huh? If they're getting paid or sponsored by Liquidator, maybe the Liquidator does, who knows, but maybe they do throw in some good items in there. That's a good point. Thanks for sharing that, Rich. We appreciate that. And Noreen said, remember when books were the only thing to buy on Amazon? That's cool. That's cool, Noreen. Honestly, I can't even remember, I know I know Amazon's been around for a while, but I can't even remember when we first were exposed to it. I almost feel like it's just always been there at this point. So let's see. Terry said, I guess some of the books we have, we will be holding. Yeah, if there's some books that, they have a high sales rank, so they're not going to sell quickly. But they may be very valuable. So those you could just hold on to. Yeah, you could just ship those out on your own. And Rich said, I was listening to a reseller the other night. They seemed to buy pallets every day. I was adding up the numbers. It appears to be a loss for them. Then they talked about the help they hire. Profits negative. I love that, Rich. I love how because I know Rich is a business owner, right? He has a couple of businesses and he's thinking realistically, how much are you making? You have employees and you're spending this much on profits and how fast are your items selling? I absolutely love that. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Rich. All right, Michelle, did you get your microphone to work?
Now?
Yes.
Echoey?
Nope.
Oh my God. I felt like mute. Oh my God.
What did you do to fix it?
I disconnected this and reconnected it.
Okay, so now we know for next time.
Sorry, I don't know what happened. But right. That was very informative. I know you know a lot more about Amazon than I do, and those questions I ask are legit. So I think it's going to help quite a few people about whether or not they want to get started on Amazon.
Yeah, if you have any further questions about Amazon or getting started on Amazon, feel free to send us a direct message on our Instagram account, Flippin' Gals with 1G. More than happy to help steer you in the right direction or answer any questions that I'm able to do. Yep. Cool. Yeah, so thanks everyone for joining us today. Michelle has a special message that she would like to share with you. So Michelle, without further ado.
Yeah, I have a special message. So I'm gonna be stepping back for a little while from our YouTube live because there's something I'm going through some health issues. So I want to take some time to do self-care, and that's why I'm going to step back for a little while on our live. So I'll still be around, of course. I'm gonna be around on, sometimes we'll pop on the IG live. I know tomorrow we're going on Clubhouse, so I'll still be here, but so don't be a stranger. I'll be around.
Yeah, so Michelle will be taking some time away from the lives and some other parts of the business, but she'll still be around. I'll still drag her with me on some sourcing trips and ask her to take pictures of items and things like that. So she'll still have involvement in our business, but she will be taking a little bit of a step back. I will still be here. I'll still be around. Please let me know what type of content you would continue to like to see, or what you're enjoying so far, so I can continue to provide that to you. Also, tomorrow we will be on Clubhouse. So if you're part of Clubhouse, which is a new social media app for iPhones only right now, it's in beta. It's at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We have a club. Please join our club. It's called the Flippin' Gals Club, or just Flippin' Gals Club. Know that. And thank you to Terry, Evolving Always, who number 1 invited us to be on the app, and number 2 encouraged us to open our own club. So thank you so much. Please follow everyone that's here today. They have their own YouTube channels. Thrifting By, Evolving Always Productions. If I'm leaving anyone out, please let me know, who actively is posting on YouTube and just disseminating information and positive energy to all of us out there.
What are we going to be talking about?
Yeah, so tomorrow we are hosting, it's about 45-minute conversation about branding. So we're going to discuss Branding 101. Again, if you have any ideas that you want, or questions you want answered for your business, send us a direct message and we will make sure to include that in our conversation for tomorrow. So again, Friday, March 12th, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Clubhouse. And if anything, please join our club. The club is geared towards helping women to empower each other in the workplace, right? So thanks again for everyone who joined tonight. We hope that you have a wonderful rest of your night. Rich says, Michelle, I wish you the best. We'll miss seeing you. Reach out if I can help you in any way. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Rich. That's very, very kind of you. Robin said, he said, things I've seen lately of resellers on Amazon have been so crazy high. Mind-blowing, people would pay that much for different items. So I want to know more about that, Robin, later. Maybe we can chat on direct message. I'm curious. And she also said that, thanks, great live. And Michelle, feel better. And
thanks,
Terry,
Robin.
I love Terry's comment. Terry said self-care is important. And Noreen, thanks, Noreen. She said, I'll be there unless I fall asleep, because it's going to be 9 p.m. her time. Thank you all for being here. Noreen said, thank you, heart. I love the, what is that green thing?
The clover leaf?
Yes, the green clover. She said, hugs and good vibes to you both. Same to you, Noreen. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday Juniors, and have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you next week on Tuesday without Michelle. And I'll be ready. I'll have my game on to chat it up with you guys, everything reseller related. So thanks again for joining us, and we look forward to the next time. Have a wonderful night.
Goodbye.